Very much, DJ. Niwe mwetuulira. It is my humble honor, and I do not know how to begin this speech. Naye banjubisiza. So nina making sure nti measuring her up. B'omuntu bw'akeera n'akuyita byonna bye bampise. You have to make sure that you deliver. I am humbled, extremely humbled, to stand before you and speak to you as your guest tonight. This is my first time to the convention in America.
Wow.
I have gone to a convention in Canada, and I have always wanted to come to this convention. I want to thank my husband for allowing me to come. All protocol observed, sir, Mr. President, my president. The diaspora leader, Dr. Kauma, I don't know if he's in this room. Deputy diaspora leader, Leila Mutasa from Boston. Boston leadership, Marvin, where are you? Honorable Natapi, I'm so proud of you, and you know I am. The powerful women leaders, you left me in awe. I just admire you from a distance. Dear comrades, friends, sisters, good evening. I am here, first of all, to learn. And I will make my speech short so I can leave enough space for more people to speak so I can learn more. I am here with my husband and our 2 children. Please stand up. Okay, now that Mr. President, now that you stood up, will you please come and just say hello before I begin to speak?
Now this one is not going to play on your radio.
What? Sinoska.
Please just say hi. Just say hello. Thank you.
Hello. And thank you very much, Mama. Please take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. I am humbled to be here with you, ladies and gentlemen. Like she mentioned, today is not my night to speak. Actually, it was not my night to even be present. However, 2 reasons why I'm here. Number 1, I wanted to show off my kanzu. But most importantly, I wanted to listen to what these powerful women are saying and get inspired. That's why I offered to be her bodyguard, and she allowed me to come. Thank you, Mama, for allowing me to come today. It is always motivating, empowering, and refreshing to hear from great women speaking to us. I've said it timeless times that I am a product of women. If anybody doubts the power of women, look at me. If anybody doubts the ability for women to bring forth a promising new nation, look at me. If anybody ever doubts how women are blessed, look at yourself. So today, just like everybody else, I'm here to feed from your cup of wisdom and to be inspired, not only just by you, but by everybody here. I thank you and wish you wonderful deliberations. Looking forward to hearing from you, Mama. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. President, and thank you for warming the audience for me. I was tasked to speak about the role of women in the struggle and in governance. This theme was given to me by the leadership here, and I do not know how to start speaking about women and resilience in the same sentence, as if we all don't know that those two words are relatives. You can't separate them. You can't separate the word woman and resilience. For example, the Bible says in Genesis 2, chapter 2, verse 21 to 23, that we were made out of just a rib, one rib. That's what the Bible says. I don't know what you believe in, but we read the Bible in our house. So the Bible says, a man called Adam slept, God removed one rib, and God created a human being. And when Adam woke up, he saw this beautiful thing, and he named the human being woman. If we could live out of just a rib and then recreate, you want to tell me that is not enough to explain to all of you that us women and the word resilience are just one and the same? By just the story of creation. Some of you are atheists, others are Muslims, others don't believe in any God, others have some kind of gods they believe in, but I am referring to one written book, the Bible. So if we were in a history class, or if I was just a lecturer, let's look at the Bible as reference today, without any feelings attached to it. So the story says that we were made out of a rib, and we were named by man Adam. Do you have the song Adam Nekawa by Mr. President? Maybe that will remind us. We were made out of a rib. Adam Nekawa yo. That song, if you, yes, thank you. Benazo Storage. Let's have that song.
So it was written, so it must be done. Woman, if you're not believing men, superiority, then you're not believing God, man, you know. Remember, man to king and woman to queen. Bobby wine again, don't get too scared. Yeah.
Echono bwe kiri, ate bwe kiriba. We were created as women to bring to life fellow human beings. And that is done by just women. I have seen experiments where they put some labor, bagala kulaga abasajja obulumi bwe tuyitamu okuzaala, ne baba wiringako labor pains katonotono bafune experience eyo. Naye bakugamba nti omusajja bamuwayaringako akatono just kadirector akasookerwako nga n'omwana abuzzaayo ng'essaawa 2 okujja, abasajja ne bakuba enduulu. It is so painful that men cannot even stand just the beginning of a labor pain. That is naturally given to us as women. That makes us different. So we bring to life fellow human beings. Then when we get them, we protect them. You remember when to cover them when it's cold. You know when to wash them. You know when to help them put in a cup. You know when they're hungry even when they can't talk. That is a special thing we have created in our DNA. And after that, we nurture, we educate, we help to identify the needs. And in a household of about 30 people, you know, so-and-so lacks this, so-and-so needs this, that one doesn't eat that. But then the men don't know. That is a speciality that we have. So before I start speaking about the women and resilience, I wanted to remind us that we are very special, and there are those ingredients in our DNA which will never go away, which we were created with. And those abilities are abilities you will not find in a man. When you know who you are, it helps you to know how to go about the challenges that you find on your way. If you know who you are, then you know the strengths that you have, and you know where to put the energy. So for a woman to know that they can go to a labor ward and come out alive, and go back again and come out alive, and go a second and third and fourth and fifth time, it means that you have an ability. Katonda gye yakuteekamu nti okuleeta obuleese ekizibu ekitonotono tekikuyigula ttama kuba omanyi olina obwo obusobozi. I know we are all here in this room and we are brought together by one main pain, which is the weight of bad governance for the past 40 years. If we did not have that problem back home, we would not be here discussing exactly what we are discussing. But we are here talking about resilience in terms of the bad governance that we have home. And we are talking about the strength of women in the times like as these times that we are in, as these times that we are. How will women manage to go through these times? We have a dictatorship that has consolidated themselves in power through patronage, through well-choreographed corruption, through military rule, and they have been there 40 long years. But we have said enough is enough, and we are going to gather inland and outland and plan a way on how to deal with this. You may think that you are not affected by what is happening at home, but I want to explain to you what is happening home, and then you will know how you're being affected. I'll begin with how they are doing the patronage. They grab the whole country's budget, and what they do is share it among different people who only support the government. This money is drained from public service. This money is drained from the schools. This money is withdrawn from the hospitals. The money is withdrawn from the roads. And the money is used for patronage. Sente zino za kugulirira buwagizi. Amasomero tegazimbibwa, amalwaliro tegazimbibwa, amakubo tegazimbibwa, n'ebirala byonna ebyetaagisa tebikolebwa. Eggwanga ne bwe lifuna ebbanja, kati nga ku ssaawa eno eggwanga lyaffe Uganda lirina ebbanja lya trillion 117. Bwe tuba n'ebbanja lya trillion 117, nga 113 kwezo trillion 113 kwezo 117, 113 mabanja ga bannayuganda abakoleredde gavumenti ya Museveni emirimu naye nga tebasasulwa. Kati gwe bw'obanga oli mu diaspora muno ng'olinayo ab'eŋŋanda zo abalina ssente e Uganda nga balina bizinesi ze bakola ne gavumenti ya Museveni nga bagikoleredde ebbanga, jjukira nti babanja bo as a collective babanja trillion 113 gavumenti yagaana obbasasula. You will send money home to a relative to start a business, and as soon as they get a contract with the government, they are never going to be paid. That is how you're being affected. Kale katugende mu malwaliro. Ntandikire mu Western Uganda gyenva. Let me begin with the western part of Uganda. Mbarara Hospital. Mbarara Hospital is a referral hospital. Mbarara Referral Hospital hosts about 120 women, pregnant women, every day, on a daily basis. The doctors are supposed to look at and treat 120 pregnant women. 20 women give birth every day in the hospital of Mbarara. Now, when they come to the hospital, you know, you have to wait in a waiting room, where you go, then they give you a bed to wait a bit as the doctor comes. They have about 6 the beds they give you, about 6 beds. Remember, they hosted 20 women, but there is only how many? 6 beds. Kati waliwo wano ogenda okuzaalira, oyidde, bakugambye otuuse okusindika. They have only 4 beds. Mbarara Referral Hospital has 4 beds in the maternity ward for the women who are actively delivering. Now, kakutande, obeere ng'oli wa C-section. Nga weetaaga okugenda mu theatre. C-section, they have 2 beds. 2 beds in the theatre. Now, in the theatre, mulina abasawo bangi. Kino kibalbu ekiri wano kye bateekamu mu labor ward, ng'ogenda kuzaala mu theatre kye bateekamu ekibalbu ekyo bakiyita batya? Babe, tuleke. Okay, in simple terms, omanyi omwami kyakoba kyenkoba. He says it's a theatre bulb. It's a theatre bulb. They do not have a bulb, a theatre bulb. Tuvudde no mu waiting, jukira waliwo abatafunye kulinda. Tutuuse mu kugenda mu labor ward. Otuuka mu labor ward toyinaawo kitanda. Otuuse okugenda mu Siza. Otuuse eri olinayo ebitanda 2. Kale ofunye ekitanda, Katonda akuyambye. Naye n'omusawo agenda okusala talaba. There is no bulb. Okay, bakozeseza obutaala bw'essimu. Nozaala. There is no drip, there is no drip stand, there is no bed for you to sleep on. That is Western Uganda, where Museveni and his wife and his whole family comes from. Me too. That's where I come from. Mubeera wano nga mugamba abantu b'omu West bali bulungi. Ntandikidde waffe. Balage nti ekizibu kiri mu ggwanga lyonna. Kati bw'osembera ojja osembere Kampala. Kanzije Kawempe kubanga bwefuna obuzibu e Magere bantwala Kawempe Referral Hospital eri awo okumpi sikyo. Now, in Kawempe, there is this overflow of patients. They sleep in the corridors, on the floor, and they have equipment which was installed when the hospital was opened, and there are no mechanics, like no one knows how to repair. No one knows how to repair the machinery that's there. The doctors that are there, they like employ 20% of the doctors, of the staff, general staff, 20%. Tebalina we batereka maddagala. There is no store. Teri ddagala, buli ddagala baligula. Kati bw'obanga olinga nze nga naawe wammwe kumpi awo, jjajjaawo, maamawo, sengaawo, mugandawo, bw'alwala awo we bakola ki? Ntandikidde eri kubagamba nti temutuula wano ne mweyibaala ne mulowooza nti muli ki? Kubanga ab'omu nju zammwe bye mbanyonnyola bye bakola ki? Bye balaba ku ground. Nalaba Dombo juice, kuzi Dombo ye spokesperson wa kitaata. Omwami tagenda kunnyamba leero. So when they asked Dombo about the situation in Kawempe Referral Hospital. He said, hey, you're talking about an overflow. The people are very many. That shows you that the people trust that hospital. That's why they come. Otherwise, if they didn't trust the hospital, they wouldn't be coming. But it's the only hospital around there. And it's not even functional. He downplays the situation. Ayungulula embeera, bazannyira mu buli kimu, tebibakwatako, tebaagala kumanya. Oyinza okulowooza balina ka Uganda kaabwe akatonotono ke basulamu paka nga munnaabwe afunye obuzibu ne yeetaaga okugenda mu ddwaliro eryo mangu mangu. Kati ngenda kubasembeza kambasembeze kale kozo omusajja oyo yannema okuwa title balowooza nina empisa embi naye simanyi bwe muyita kambasembeze wa Museveni wali ku State House Wasulu omusajja oyo nalema okumuyita ekintu kyonna oba muyite muzeeyi Museveni bannange nze nina ekizibu ekyange kiri personal kasita nze onsongera mu mwami bannange basi kyalina kitiibwa kyenkuwa. Oyo musajja Museveni mu State House gy'asula Entebbe. Waliwo eddwaliro Entebbe Referral. Kati referral ey'Entebbe erina okostinga erina okusavinga abantu nga millioni 4.5. 4.3 kale. 4.3 people are supposed to be served by that one hospital. Eryo eddwaliro amabaati gafa dda bakozesa na asbestos. Wedda gwe baagobedda mu nsi yonna. Ne bagamba nti ag'amabaati tegalina kuddamu kulabika wantu wonna. Eryo eddwaliro ge mabaati ge balina. Tebalina stowa ya maddagala. Tebasobola na ku affordinga container ya 40 feet eya 7 million batereka amaddagala. Abo boolaba batereka amaddagala mu bukorido wansi w'ebitanda by'abalwadde ate tebaawula ku maddagala amapya ge babaleetedde jjo n'amakadde ge babaleetera emyezi 3 emabega byonna bakwata ne bagatta. Kati omulwadde yakola ki? Tuli ku bwa Katonda ffenna. That hospital has no staff. Naye bw'oyogera ku malwaliro nga balowooza tubalaata. Kambatwale kale ewa bannattabi gye bava ejjinja. Jinja Referral Hospital was supposed to be given 3.8 billion mu budget. Baba wako 1.3. Okwe balina okusasula abasawo, kwe balina okusasula amazzi, kwe balina okusasula amasanyalaze, kwe balina okuzzaawo kifudde kyonna kasiminti kakutuse, kwe balina okuteeka ebitanda by'abalwadde, kwe balina okubeera everything ku kasente ako. Ate bwe bamala ne bakabba. Befuula nti bakaba wa mulongo tusayisa okukulaba nnyabo. Oyo nno mulongo avudde Canada. Oyo mulongo Nakato. Osanze twogera ku malwaliro munnange. Oyinayo relative ejjinja. Oyinaye bali mu buzibu. Eddwaliro gy'ejjinja terina tebalina ddagala, tebalina basawo, amazzi tebasobola gasasula. Buli kimu kifu. Bw'otuula wano n'olowooza oli safe. Toli, I want to disappoint you. Kaakati buli omu ky'alina okukola alina okukikola. Ate olutalo luno lugenda kulemberwamu bamaama. Lugenda kulemberwamu bamaama kubanga bwe wabaawo alwadde waka ani atwala abantu mu ddwaliro? Taata abeera wa? Naye mbadde nsaba babeewo wazikira pulezidenti bwakakatebe. Olwaleero tannyambye. Bamaama ffe tulina okulembera olutabaalo luno kubanga bwe wabaawo ebizibu nga bwetaaga okugenda mu ddwaliro, maama ye gwazingako akakeeka n'ogenda ne weebaka ku siminti mu nsiri mu ddwaliro gwe yatuta omulwadde omaliriza nga naawe olwaliddeyo. Kubanga teri mazzi ogenda kulwalirayo ebirwadde by'obukyafu. Waliyo ensiri ogenda kulwala omusujja. Bamaama bwe tulwaza ye gwakwata akasente akali ku ndabye wano nga balina akasente wano mu Kikondoolo owa broad abadde n'akasente. Ako akasente ko bw'ogenda nako mu ddwaliro, ako akasente k'ekikyala tosigaza kubanga olina okugulirira omusawo agenda okukola ku muntu wo. Kyokka eryo eddwaliro lye bagamba nti lya gavumenti lirina okuba nga liri free. Buli kimu kyaffe ewaffe. Temweyibaala wano we tuli, njagala mbasiikuule emmeeme mumanye ki kye tukola kye tulwanirira. Omanyi boogera ku resilience naye njagala nsooke mbazzeeyo emabega mumanye ddala kiki ekitukaayanya. Muyinza okugamba obukazi obwo bwagala okuyomba, ne mu buto kabeeranga kalwanalwana, munange ako okalaba, ne ku kyalo kabeeranga nga ke kakuba abayitawo. Nedda, njagala tunnyonnyola abantu bategeera ensonga lwaki ensonga eno tugiremerako. Tudde ku masomero. Nja kubawo ka summary. In 2011 bakolako survey mu P1 omanyi bayingiza abaana abalina emyaka 6. So mu 2011 bayingiza abaana 7,000,000. Bwe bayingiza 7,000,000 balina okubagoberera. Bamaze batya P7, bamaze batya senior 4, bamaze batya senior 6, bagenze ku university, bagraduatinze. Ku graduation abaana be bawandiisa in 2011 nga bali 7,000,000. Ku graduation after 9 years, how long is it? 17 years. After 17 years, wa graduating abaana 9,000,000. Where did everyone else go? Did they die? Did they get raptured? Did Jesus come and we don't know? And he came and took the children during that time. What happened? They dropped out of school. And do you know who drops out of school first? It is the girl child. I work with an NGO. I have been working with it for now 13 years. We go to rural schools to do menstrual hygiene lessons and to help girls stay in school. I don't do urban schools, but every time I go to those schools, I come back demoralized. You go to talk about menstrual hygiene, but they are hungry. You want to talk about menstrual hygiene, but their parents are not sending them to school because they think the girl child is not worth it. It is the girl child that never gets anything they deserve because of cultural reasons, because they are not protected, because they think we are the weaker sex. It is that reason that we women who are already on this platform have to fight hard for. If you are a woman and you're in this house, in this audience, I would request you to think about those other girls. Okay, go back 12 years ago to when you were 12. Remember where you were when you were 12. And know that the girls back home are 100 times worse than then. I want you to know exactly what we were fighting for. We never take time to see in depth what exactly is happening back home. Do you want me to talk about roads? Pazi mwagala mbayitire King Saha ababuulire kiri enakawuka. Do you want me to tell you about the bad roads at home? You all did not see what happened to Sudil's only son? Do you want me to talk about the roads? Don't we know that they have put like a halt on all the roads which are being worked on. Olw'ebusaabala lwo baagaana oddukola mpozi nga tusenguseeyo. Bobby bagenda kunvuma neera njogera nseka. Naye ensonga ze njogerako zikwasa obusungu. Nawulidde Anita Amongululi ng'ali ku floor of parliament ng'akaayana ng'agamba natambudde Uganda yonna naye amakubo mabi. Naye nga parliament budget gy'eyina ku time gy'alimu nga sipiika ekubisaamu ndowooza emirundi 3 kweyoolanya gye yalina omugenzi. Naye mukyala alina okutunga ensawo y'eggwanga kubanga ng'omulimu gwaffe gwa kutunga nsawo. We are not going to stand and watch all this happen. We are gifted differently. Some people talk, others do the work. I am a better doer. I am the worst talker you'll ever have. But I would rather be given a duty to do. Onayingide, Honorable Nambos. Avudde MPG. Tusense okulaba nnyabo. Obuzibu bwe tulina ng'eggwanga bwa gavumenti etulemedde mu bulago, etunyunyunseemu buli kalungi, etunyweddemu buli kasupu, ate ng'abasinga okulumwa ennyo be bakyala. Wano we tutudde tulina okumanya nti bwe ziba nkwa ffente eddako okunyunyuntibwa. Gavumenti yaffe bw'eba nkwa ffe tuddako okunyunyuntibwa bwe tubanga ku kiseera kino tetuli mu kunyunyuntibwa. Will you stand and watch that happen? Women in Uganda are not bystanders. They are actively fighting. Some you see, some you don't see. Just like it is in this audience. Some of you have actively made sure this convention happens. Others stand here and talk. Women are not bystanders back home. I'll give you an example. We have women who are in the civil society. We have women like Agatha Tuheirwe. If you are conversant with Twitter, you know what she does in that space. Agatha has refused to be a victim. She is a vanguard. We all know what happened to Agatha. I will not go back to explain it. She still speaks against the evil that is happening in our country, against it as well as she was doing before all that happened to her happened. Agatha has refused to be a victim. She's a vanguard. We have women like Olivia Rutai. Olivia has refused to be a victim. Even on the day she was released, she said Museveni must go. After 4 years in prison, she is a mother. She missed her baby, but she did not rush to see the baby. She rushed to come to the headquarters to still look in the camera and say, Museveni, you are Uganda's problem. I'll give an example of Shamim Malindi. You all saw what happened to her on the floor of parliament. She is still nursing wounds. I am giving Shamim as an example. Temuntwala bubi. Manyi sawa ya kunonya kadi. Shamim is still nursing wounds. Shamim is still doing her work to fight for the release of political prisoners. Women have to fight. We are not born to be victims. I want you to know. Tebirungu ebitulimu tebitukkiriza kwekkiriranya. Ffe Katonda yatutonda nga tuyina kulwana ate tuwangule. Tekina kyekitegeeza kubanga gwe wasoma nnyo oba nga tewasoma. Ebirungu ebitulimu bifaanagana ate n'ebituluma bituluma kyenkanyi. Nja kubawa example y'embeera gye tulina awaka ku kiseera kino. Ffenna muganda waffe Winnie Byanyima tumumanyi. She was a honorable member of parliament. She was and is still an aero engineer. She is the executive director of USAID. Recently, she was announcing how they are going to begin to give us this immunization against the infection of HIV. She is a strong woman. She's a role model to so many. Be inclusive. On this side, we have Mama Machete. She is a renowned food vendor in Owino. And she is a mother. Both of them have something that make them go in one bracket. The food vendor and the executive director of USAID. One has their child incarcerated for political reasons. The other one has their husband incarcerated for political reasons. Both of them are suffering the pain of a bad government. The government that is in our necks in Uganda does not isolate anyone. The government back home can be related, or I can say, tuchifanaganyenga omulalu. There is an African saying that says that when a madman is throwing stones in the market, no one is safe. Chifananye nti Uganda katale tuyina omulala wakanyuga amayinja. No one is safe. Edakiika emu likwata mukwano gwaffe ate muganda waffe Winnie Byanyima, edakiika endala likwata Mama Machete, oba likwata Mama wa Bobi Yanga, oba likwata nze. Yeyo gavumenti gye tulina. Naye baani abali mu kubonaabona mu kino ekintu kyonna? Bakyala be basinga okubonaabona. Betulaba wali nga batudde nga bakaaba. Free my husband. But women are not victims, they are vanguards. Amidst all this chaos, osanganga Comrade Winnie Byanyima ali ku geti yeruzira ku Christmas ng'alemeddewo ng'agamba omwami wange nja muleetera emmere oba mwagala oba temwagala. Ate ne bamugulirawo n'agitwala. Oba osanga Mama Machete ng'ayimiridde ng'agamba omwana wange afa enjala ali ku hunger strike, mubeeko kye mukola. Tekitegeeza nti bombi tebatidde. Baba mu kutya. Naye obuvumu obutulimu ng'ekirungu ekyo eky'obwamaama ng'abakyala. The resilience. Eyo yetusindiikiriza okusigala nga tubanja ekyo kye tulowooza nti kye kitusaanidde. Kati mumpe ensonga lwaki tokozesa ekitone ekyo Katonda kye yakuwa. Kufa abakyala ekyo kitone. Okugumiikiriza kitone. Ate waliwo n'ekitone ekirala kye tulina kye tutamanyi. Olanga bw'okeera ne weesiga ka lipstick. Tulina ekitone eky'okusiiga ekifaananyi. Ng'omukazi yakusiigidde ekifaananyi ky'embeera. Nkulayirira togenda nga togitegedde. Abakazi baatambuza tiikinga ambuleera oluwedde mwe mubuuze abaali beesimbyeku abo abaali ku ambuleera. Bagamba ambuleera kola ki? Nga baani abakyogera? Baliwa? Bali mu butale, bali ku maduuka, bali mu masomero, bali mu malwaliro, bali mu ziniigiina, bali mu high-end meetings enene, abamu bali mu big offices. Naye ng'abakazi bakola kakuyege. Bakola kakuyege ya ambuleera w'osanga kola ki? Tiikinga. Era mwalaba ekyagivaamu. We as women are naturally good organizers. Naturally. It comes so easy for us. So tell me why we will not use our natural skill to fight for better governance. A natural skill to organize. Abakazi be batandikawo ekyo kya kalonye, kalonde, kakuume, kalwanirire. Bakyala. Si engombo yaffe kati. Sijje tulike ya protest vote. Bakyala mmwe mumanye obusobozi bwammwe. Kuba bwe munaamanya obusobozi bwammwe, kye kijja okutuyamba okweyongera mu maaso. Omukazi takozesa amaanyi mangi. Asayizinga n'alaba embeera n'akufumbira omutwe. Era nze oluusi nsaasira abasajja. Kubanga omukazi yayagadde kyayagala ki? Kujjako ng'okimweweeredde. Mu bulungi. Nga takukase. Abakazi tusoma embeera. Njagala tusome embeera y'e Uganda. Tugyetegereze. Tusale entotto. Mu bulungi. Gavumenti eyo esobola okugwa abakyala mwe bwe munaamutaddemu amaanyi. Omwami wange yaintroducinga ku muzannyo gwe bayita boxing. Kati nze ebikonde nalye sibifaako nnyo. Naye ng'abyagala kati nga muwerekeranga okulaba ebikonde. Kati waliwo kye bayita tale of the tape. Tale of the tape ye processi gye bakwata abazannyi ne babapima kaafu, bunene bwayo, ekifuba, omugongo, bulago, ne bamupima yenna obuwanvu, weight. The process is called tale of the tape. Kati waliwo lwe twalaba omuzannyo gwali between Muhammad Ali ne George Foreman balwanira Kinshasa in 1974. Kati that fight, George was very good and Muhammad Ali was new, right? Kati Muhammad Ali yali amanyi nti tasobola kuba George. Kuba George was experienced. George knew his way around the ring. But Muhammad Ali had taken time to study George and he knew what to do, when to do it, and how to defeat George. Muhammad Ali just ran around the ring. N'akoya George kuba George yali mukaddemu. Muhammad Ali nga bwadduka bwadda mu ringi bwadda ku ropsi bwamugwira bwamukwata bwe beetooloola bagenda okutuuka mu round ey'omusanvu nga George akooye. And Muhammad Ali beat George in round 8. It is a historical fight. That fight teaches us as women nti olina okusooka n'otuula gw'ogenda okulwana naye n'omusalira amagezi. Resilience is patience. Resilience is being smart. Resilience is avoiding being tempted to do something prematurely. And resilience is knowing when to do what and how to do it. Resilience is fighting your urge to want to quickly finish something. I urge you to please use the natural ingredients that we have. Kuba muyene mbozi yefeba Muhammad Ali. I want us to come from protest to power.
Wow.
Typically, this is what we want. We are fighting to come from where we are right now to go to power. And because it is the women that organize, I know my husband. I can assure you women will be in charge. Because he knows, we all know that you can't do anything for us without us. Nothing for us without us. Because we know best how we want things to be done for us. So you involve us in the transformation, involve us in recreating our constitution, you involve us in everything. And for a new Uganda to happen now, definitely you women, before we go to the new Uganda, we have to work for it. So we have to come from protest to power. Mubitiibwa sicho. Waliwo liberation eyo tata ye yaginyumizaako story sigimanyi bulungi naye yaŋŋamba Liberia waliyo resistance abakyala Muslims different religions Muslims Protestants Catholics were tired of the bad governance, so these women chose to wear white and sit at the city square. They decided to go to every place wearing white, and they codenamed this resistance "Pray the Devil Back to Hell." This was in Liberia. They prayed, they fasted, they gave each other energy to keep fighting. And in the end, the government fell. You women can pray the devil out of our country. I know each one of us has different abilities. We have organizers, we have prayer warriors, we have those who act. For example, if Afande Momo decides to bring those tricks back home, she could use that line. So I am asking the people in the diaspora to use the privilege that you have, not as a cushion, but as a pathway to help liberate those who can do nothing for themselves back home. You have the privilege to free speech. You have the privilege to protest. You have the privilege to education. You have a privilege to walk into the necessary department offices. You have the privilege to raise your voices in all ways. Privilege to be on social media and say whatever you want. Why wouldn't you women use all the privileges you have to secure a peaceful country for your children and their children? So I know that you now understand that resilience is within our DNA. Do you agree with me? But we need to know where to put our energy for us to secure a better country. Tukiriziganye nti empungu teryabire bwetuuka ekiseera ekka n'ekola ki nenoonya emmere. Ekiseera kye tulimu bayinza okuba nga balowooza be bali kungulu naye mbakakasa nti nga tebunaziba bajja kwagala kukka balye. Era omuganda agamba nti ejjambiya etema n'eggwerera. etema netuuka ekiseera neggwerera ne bagiwumuza ne bagula ejjambiya empya. Gavumenti ya Museveni ekoze ekyekola, tukkiriza nti kye kiseera bawummule. Nja kubasaba abakyala b'omu diaspora mukole bye mutera okukola. Kimu ku byo kyemanyi obulungi kwe kugumya abo abali ku ground, bakyala b'abaami abali mu struggle. Ekyo mukikola bulungi nnyo. Temukoma kubakubira masimu n'okubanoonyaako. Mweyongera okusapootinga abaana baabo be baasiba n'abaafa. Nina benkola nabo ku kitebe awo okusecuringa school fees for the children of the deceased and our comrades who are in prison. I am so grateful to those of you who consistently contribute towards their school every term. Mwebalire ddala. Abamu musobola okutuukirira abantu be mumanyi nti bagenda kuteekako ekkomo ku kwetaaya okwabo abatunyigiriza e Uganda. Bava eri e Uganda ne bajja wano ne beeyagala. Tumanyi nti abamu ku mmwe muyina obusobozi obwogera n'abo abalina obusobozi ne babaggalira e Uganda basigale ewaffe babonebone naffe. Tumanyi nti waliwo abamu ku mmwe abalina obusobozi obukola safe places. For example, nina bemanyi abakyala mwateekawo ka group era abawala abafuna obuzibu mu struggle bagendayo ne bababuulirira ne babalabirira ne bababuddaabuda. If you're able to do that, tukyetaaga. Waliwo mmwe abamanyi okuorganizinga zi Zoom meeting ne musiiba ne musaba ne bakomrades baffe abali mu bwetaavu. Mbadde nsaba temukikomya. Njagala kwebaza eri bajjajja nga bo basalawo buli mwezi bacontributinga towards the struggle for the past 5 years. Tubeebaza. Mwebalire ddala. Maliriza nga sigenda kweyogerako era ne resistance sigenda kugyogerako straight away kuba njagadde olwaleero mutegeere nti ekitone kya resistance Katonda yakibawa mu butonde. Era omukazi agaana takugambye nti ŋŋaanye. N'agaana. Naye eriyo bali abeeyambula. Twabalaba ku Parliament. Era kye bali beekalakaasaako omulamwa gwatuuka. Tegwatuuka. Temwamanya ki kye baali baagala. Njagala kumaliriza nga mbagumya nti resilience is in your DNA as a woman. Just know what you have to fight for and know what you have to resist. Know how you fight and then it will come naturally. Because without women, this struggle will be no more. We need you. I am asking you to not be silent. Please don't keep quiet. You can speak to the people you are with around you. You can speak to big groups. You can speak to friends. As you take care of your clients, speak to them. You don't know what they are willing to do for our country. And raise your voices wherever, whenever, and however you can. Mukama abankuumire neyanzisa neyanseeka.
Wow. This is beautiful. Wow. Tuyanziza nnyo tuyanzeege maama Barbie Tungo Kyagulanyi Kagaju. Kino kibadde kisufu. Thank you so much.